This is NHTV2, North Haven Government Television, a service of North Haven Community Television. The following program is brought to you through the support of the Town of North Haven.
Good evening. Welcome to the April meeting of the Board of Police Commissioners. My name is Joseph DiErico Sr. I'm chairman. To my left is David Mons. He's vice chairman. To my right is Larry Lazaroff, secretary. To the far right is Commissioner Mark Calafori. To my far left is Commissioner Alden Mead. I want to welcome tonight former Police Commissioner Raymond Peach, and we're also going to welcome Father Michael Santiago, which tonight we will be appointing Father Santiago as chaplain to the North Haven Police Department. Accompanying him is Father Charman, and we welcome you this evening. Okay. Can I have approval of the minutes for the March 27, 2018 meeting, both regular and executive session?
So moved. Second.
Any comments? Being none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. Approval of the monthly reports for March 2018.
So moved. Second.
Any comments? Being none, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Larry, correspondence, please.
We have a correspondence directed to Chief McLaughlin from the LaBanca family, thanking the North Haven Police Department for their participation in a funeral escort. We have a letter from Karen Robig, Assistant State's Attorney's Office, thanking Chief McLaughlin for allowing Officer Brennan to testify in a case for the State Attorney's Office. A letter from South Central, directed to Chief McLaughlin from Charles Sherwood, thanking him for, the Clinton Police Department thanks him for allowing Lieutenant Andrew Stravides to serve as a panelist in the recently held assessment for the ranks of Sergeant and Corporal. And lastly, we have a letter from Linda Esposito thanking Officer Santagata for his assistance in a motor vehicle accident and investigation. And that would be a chairman.
Okay. The next order of business I have is under the chairman's report. And it's with great pleasure right now, I will make an appointment of Father Michael Santiago to be our chaplain. And I just thank Mr. Ray Peach. 26 years that I served here, we never had a chaplain, but Mr. Peach says that and Ray has been a member of this Board of Police Commissioners. He's retired from the board, but anytime we need some information, we go to Ray. He's been around a long time. So, Father Santiago, you're going to be the second chaplain that we've had.
Do we need a motion? Mr. Chairman, do we need a motion to do this?
I will, yeah, okay. Somebody want to make a motion that we appoint Father Santiago?
Okay, I'll make a motion that we appoint Father Michael Santiago, pastor from St. Elizabeth of the Trinity Parish, as the pastor for the North Haven Police Department.
I'll second.
All in
Chaplain,
favor?
sorry, chaplain. Excuse me, chaplain.
Yep.
I'll
All in
second that.
favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Okay, here's your official badge. This is not the official badge, but you'll be getting a badge. The badge will also get us some credentials and all, okay? And at this time, we're going to take a brief recess so I could introduce other members of the board to Father Santiago. Thank you. Continue with the chairman's report. I have, the only thing I have on old business is about our building. Everything is coming along fine, and I'm sure the chief will give us a full report. And I don't have anything else at this time. I mean, I'll discuss on a personnel matter in executive session on the other matter about the security in the school systems. Okay? Chief?
Okay, just to keep our PSA going as far as keeping your vehicles locked in garages, et cetera. Apparently, some of the messages getting through. We had very few instances past month, but as in the past, they seem to cycle around, so they're operating in other towns right now, and we just want to tell our people to keep everything locked up in the event they return during the summer months. Again, on behalf of our police department, I want to welcome Father Santiago. I think it's a nice added asset to have a police chaplain to assist us in what we do every day and to help our town residents when things go badly, and sometimes they need to. They always have that question of why that needs to be answered, and sometimes someone like Father Santiago is better at it than we are.
I told Father Santiago, as long as you're speaking to that point, I told him to get in touch with you regarding the Memorial Day Parade, if he would like to march with our contingent. I said, just check with the chief, and I don't see anything wrong with that. Mac, do you? You can march with us?
Actually, I'm going to be talking to him tomorrow.
Good.
Mentioning the parade, that is the 26th of May. For anyone that's interested in participating, you're more than welcome. We normally will muster behind the police department. At this point, it looks like we'll probably do it behind the...
How about in front of the rec center?
I was going to say probably behind it, just to get out of the way.
Okay.
Back by the pool somewhere.
Sure.
If you can get back there. If that changes, we'll touch base with you. Regarding our budget continues to stay within our expectations. With only 2 months left in the fiscal year, we've positioned ourselves, I think, very well to be on target and to stay within our budget. Again, we do have some training expenses that are upcoming. So there may be a little uptick in that overtime line, but we're well within our means there. As far as the support services and traffic, last month we brought forward a concern of a motorist regarding the intersection of Pool Road and Blakesley Avenue relative to traffic accidents, and it was at that point, the commission tabled that, and I don't know if you want to reopen that, or revisit that tonight, or whether you want to push that out further.
Go ahead, Leo.
If I remember correctly, I think your recommendation was some added signage or marking at that intersection was appropriate. Would that be at all 4 street intersections?
Correct. You're right. We already have, there's, it's a four-way stop.
Yeah.
Four-way stop sign. There's signage that's posted on the side of the road that does mention, or that indicates that there's, a stop ahead. But at this point, the only thing I could think of that you might want to go with is maybe some markings, painting in the road of stop ahead, similar that you would see in a school zone where it says school ahead. I think years ago, we had marked Hartford Turnpike and Homewood Avenue, the roadway there, to control that intersection a little bit better. So that would be the only thing I could think of at this point.
Do you ever, since there's 4 stop signs there now, and it is a busy intersection, do you ever install anything like rumble strips or anything, so something more sensory, so to kind of just jolt people's awareness?
Yeah, the only thing about the any type of raised or lowered pavement, I think we have to be concerned about people that are using that either to walk. Some people don't even, the pedestrians sometimes don't even use the sidewalks, they'll use the street. You have joggers, you have bicycles, you have motorcycles, so anything that, I think we have to be very careful about going down that road. There might be some liability issues. Anything that's raised might also change the engineering of the drainage. So there's a lot to be concerned, to be
You don't have a lot of motor vehicle accidents at that intersection, though, do you, or? what was
There
the
were some
numbers?
serious, I thought we
Yeah.
had a serious accident there recently.
Yeah, we had one, in the past 3 years, we've had 20 accidents at that.
20?
20. Now, it does take a lot of traffic there.
It is a
It's-
busy intersection.
A lot of volume.
Yeah.
It's,
2 months.
you know, so.
It's always people going through stop signs is the one, that they just don't observe the stop sign, and they fly through there.
Yeah,
without
either
stopping.
that or they get there and they stop and then they go, and it's
Yeah.
not their turn to go.
No.
You know, so,
But we have 4 stop signs there now, is that what you said?
correct,
Yeah.
I didn't take a look at that, I should have, but.
so.
So do you recommend painting?
I'm thinking that, you know, maybe
As a first-
some type of, maybe the next approach is just to put something about stop ahead painted in there.
We do have stop ahead signs there.
Correct.
Yeah.
But just like any other
But
road
painting on the
signs.
ground may be a little bit better, more.
It's something, and it's something new, it's something
Yeah.
different. I think a lot of people, even yourselves,
Yeah.
when you drive home tonight, you probably don't know how many, say, speed signs you might pass
Sure.
on your own street,
Yeah,
you know? They're there, you read them once or twice, and then you're just, you know, you don't even look at them anymore.
Yeah, but 20 accidents in 3 years is not a lot. Right?
No, you're looking at
Yeah.
7 a year, you know?
And you got 4 stop signs there now, right?
yeah. Most of them are fender benders, Mark. But
So what else,
but they
what else do
get
you really want to?
a critical one.
No, that's up to
You
the,
can't put a stoplight.
No, we're not going to do that.
I think the
So-
first course of
Yeah, I mean,
action should be the painting.
Yeah, I have no
Yeah.
problem with
Yeah.
the painting, if you
Yeah.
think that may be
Sure.
effective in combination with the stop signs, and I think we had a resident
Yeah.
ask for something, didn't we?
right, right. You know, and then we'll just have to reevaluate it and
Yeah.
see if, I mean, does it make a difference? Are we gonna know? We're gonna have to find out whether or
Right.
not there's, you know, less accidents.
Do you need a motion for that?
Probably, right?
No, just go ahead. Put the stop, paint the stripes. It's
Okay.
fine.
The second traffic issue that we talked about last month that we moved forward on was I did send a request to the DOT to ask for consideration about that no passing zone on Middletown Avenue to be removed. They responded back, and it's gonna go into queue as far as,
I'm sorry,
It's-
say again?
they're gonna look at it.
To state it?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll take 5 years.
I can't imagine that they're gonna decline that invitation.
I think it was just well-written. I mean, I'm not blowing smoke here, I think it was just, I think I just laid it out properly,
Yeah.
and I think that they'll look on it in a positive light. As far as the uniform and ISU reports, they're detailed in their packets. The robberies and the burglaries, they continue to be down. And that's a pretty good thing. And I think they've been down in the region too, the robberies. We did have one that was reported and it was reported to be a robbery and a carjacking, but apparently it's, the way the investigation is unfolding, it looks like it's more of a falsely reported incident, and if that is the case, and it looks like it is, that person will be charged accordingly. We also did have one fatal overdose this past month. As far as the records, professional standards and training, Officer Flanagan, he's scheduled to graduate from post already, June 12th. So roughly a month out, 5 weeks, and he'll be back, and we should be in good shape. And he's gonna probably spend the rest of the summer in field training, but by the time school starts, he should be on his own, hopefully. What else do we have here? As far as training, I mentioned we're gonna have a little bit of an uptick. We're gonna try to get half of our department through the firearms training, because there is a little bit extra money in our training account right now, so if we put half the department through this fiscal year, and after July and August, we do the other half, we kind of share the cost between the 2 budget years, so. Walter Benary Scholarship, I do not have any requests for this month. The chairman mentioned the Building update, it is moving forward. All the remaining bids that were out came in. They were very positive, and they're right on target. All right, so it looks like anything that we had to take away in the beginning, when we were a little bit concerned about, we do our value engineering and say, okay, here's a few things that we need, but if we had to trim them back, we could do without. We're actually going to be able to bring all those things back into play. So everything that originally was in our plan, we should be able to get. So that's a good thing. We should have a guaranteed price by either the end of next week or the first week of May. That's the schedule anyway. This will be the construction management is going to give the town of North Haven a guaranteed price not to exceed. So we're anxious to see what that's going to be. And they're still giving us a return to our building. They're looking at the first week of February of 2019. Knock on wood, unless something pops, something unexpected comes up, whether we have any, a bad winter of some sort. But our guess is our addition in our building should be pretty well buttoned up by September, probably be by September or October. So even if there is a bad storm of some sort, they should be able to do all the inside work. So all the outside stuff, for the most part, should be done, no later than probably mid-October. So that'd be a good thing. And I think that the only other thing I might have is for the executive session. I have one item, one personnel item to discuss.
That's it?
And that's all I have.
Yeah, there's just one other thing, and Peg, put this down as new business for me. I forgot to mention it, but people have come to me and asked, can we get a little bit more enforcement with the truck traffic down Bassett Road and Pool Road? When it was mentioned to me by a taxpayer, and I went out there and I sat for about 20 minutes, 25 minutes each day on either road, in the driveway there, and I watch, and there's still trucks doing that cut through, especially UPS trucks.
UPS
Yeah,
can
no,
use it.
UPS, if you want to send a letter to management, it's the big trailers, FedEx as well, the big, it's not the local guys, because they have to make deliveries. I'm talking about big trailers that are going through UPS and FedEx, and there was a couple other companies that I'll mention to you,
They are garage though too in North Haven.
I know, but I know that they're garage, but I don't, you know what?
Yeah.
To have those big things, and I'm telling you, they're moving.
Yeah.
They're going down Pool Road, they're going down Bassett Road.
We can certainly make a courtesy call to them.
That's right, yes,
but,
yeah. It was good that you put up the stop sign, the radar on Bassett Road.
Right.
That helped a lot over there, But, they come rumbling through there, especially on Pool Road. You got 3 senior centers there on Pool Road, and a lot of elderly that are walking and stuff, and God forbid one of those big guys should lose control of their truck or something, because Pool Road is not that wide a road. It's just a 2-lane road, north and south. And for something to jump the curb or something there would scare the hell out of me. So if we can get a little bit more enforcement and the message gets out there, that'll be a good thing. Does anybody else have any messages or questions or anything they would like to ask the chief or the deputy?
I do not.
Being none, all in favor, I'd like to have a motion that we adjourn to move into executive session for the purpose of discussing personnel matters.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Ready? Go ahead, can I have a motion to make Mark Ionone, what do you want to call it there, as,
Extend.
Extended status as a supernumerary for 2
Yeah.
more years.
yeah,
You make that?
I'll make that motion.
I'll second that.
all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. And I have a motion that we adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
The preceding program is brought to you in part through a grant from the town of North Haven. Watch town meetings or other videos on demand at nhtv.com.